used to take me a while before good news really affect me totally. But just imagine the most excitement you can see on a person's face. They just won $1 million, $1 trillion. This guy lit up so, and that's mommy, that's mommy. And he was running, and he knew the car was in the street. He didn't know which way to go and how to get in the street. So it's just something that Allah has blessed. And then I thought about it later. I said, wow, what she could do with that boy if she applied herself and put her mind to it. I said, what she could do with that young man. I said, I ain't never had, I don't know if I ever had, I probably felt that way about my mother too when I was a baby, but I'm like, if you could see that energy and that spirit and that excitement, and just think what you could do with that child. If you were sincere, you believe in Allah, you trust Allah, and you have faith, and you want what's best. Because that's the key to life. It's Allah's will. It's not our will. Anything that you find a brick wall up to and it's difficult, that ain't the way to go. You go around there. You're not Superman. You're not gonna walk through that brick wall. So stop trying. Trust Allah, because Allah got something better down the road for you. And but keep striving for the best, and you get it. You get it. You get whatever that you strive for, what you work hard for. And most people. Lazy people get what they strive for too. And they know. Alhamdulillah. So we got your products going on. This is something that this community being a market. And right now I'm the top distributor or promoter, and not because of nothing I did, but the last year's convention and the one before that, the Savior's Day, all of that shows, it points to the ministry of Imam Deen Mohammed, which I happen to be the president of, and which I happen to have shown unselfishness, showing and open the door. I open the door and say, come in and give us what you want. I even, we doubled the cost that the convention would have cost this year in order to accommodate imams so that they can have their own workshops. Yeah. They could have, if you could have got 50, 100 people, if you could have got packed that room, you could have, I don't know if they allowed it, but I don't see why they could have passed the bucket in there. I know they could have gave out all the information, and it's an opportunity to have a national audience for you. So we got such an issue where we're so jealous and envious of the person that's in charge or in front of us that we will deprive ourselves. We'll stop feeding ourselves and waste away, because we don't want to see somebody else in a position that they feel they deserve. You see? So this is a sickness that I knew we had this sickness. That's why I did it. That's why I opened up the first Sunday. I said, all these critics and enemies, come up here, have a mic. Come here, go at it. Go at me. The truth, Allah establishes the truth. And the truth is forever. The truth is real. So you can tell all the lies, you can throw all the fire at me. That's one of the things that Imam Muhammad had. You think it's his knowledge or how many books he read whenever he was or whatever. It's because of his sincerity. When he accepted what Allah's message and what Allah wanted, what he saw Allah wanted for humanity, into his heart. So what he learned, it was established in him. It was in his mind, in his memory, in his breathing, and his sight, and his vision, and everything. It was in his whole life because he accepted it. And that's what we need to do. Stop being so afraid. And stop being so fearful and accept good. And accept what Allah had to offer you. And it'll grow in you. You see? So I said, I'm not going to come here and yell at you and yell at people and argue the points Imam Muhammad said and memorize his speeches and do this and that and try to show you Imam Muhammad's spirit. If you didn't see it while he was here, you ain't going to see it. If you didn't accept it while he was, if you didn't accept it, then you're not going to accept it. If you didn't accept his ministry, then, why make you think I'm going to change your mind? I'm not going to change your mind. But I'm saying common sense for the fool. A faithless fool should get behind something that's going to benefit them and their families and their future life. So I try to stand aside, be as quiet as I possibly can, and accept. It must be time for, I haven't looked at my watch all day for Asr. So and what time is it?
4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock. I got one of them on my phone too. Yeah, so alhamdulillah. It's 4 o'clock.
52.
Oh, 524. So we're going to get out of here in a minute. But this website, if you all aren't internet savvy, you should be. I hear some critics talking about is the internet making people dumb or whatever. Impossible. There's a wealth of knowledge that you can access through the internet, and just you can access. It's like having a library at your disposal. Whenever you sit down at your computer, you can ask it questions that most knowledgeable people would try to make you pay for it.
That's right.
Make you pay big money for it, or they may deceive you into thinking and not that the source isn't proper. Here's something that Allah has blessed us with. We should educate ourselves. And anybody don't have the internet, you should educate yourself. You don't have to accept it or nothing. My wife put this website up. It's Your Products, IWDM, Imam W. D. Mohammed.com. And she did a beautiful job. She did a beautiful job. While my father told her years ago, through me, told we should build a website. And eventually, long story kept, he encouraged her and encouraged us and congratulated her when she finished classes. She took a few classes to learn how to build a website, but this was years ago. But finally, she's able to do things and do things for the ministry and for the publications that allows my witness. I don't have the time to explain you all the stuff that she's doing and has done. She don't miss a beat. Bills paid, taxes paid. She do her own taxes. My father had a paid staff of I don't know how many people, but my wife, with my help and the volunteers we have here, it's a handful of volunteers and good imams around the country that don't turn their backs on us, what we call them, and they turn to their community. Instead of when they turn their backs, they turn to their community and ask the community to support us. We've been able to accomplish things that I saw my father struggle with. And you know why? Because I chose the role of the least resistance. I said, I'm not going to get emotionally involved in something that I know that has been established by Allah and that it is His plan, and I'm merely just a witness of His great mercy and beauty. I just want to be present. That's all. And Allah has blessed me for being present. So alhamdulillah, and He's going to bless all of us. This is something, Your Products, a Muslim sister from our community that we used to work with Salam Nutrition, she brought us the idea. We were throwing ideas on the table at a business meeting we had. She said, how about Your Products? Everybody agreed. That sounds good. Your Products, because it echoed of Your Supermarket, which is something that's well established in the minds of all Americans that look at the black movement, African Americans, and every Muslim, the African American, they dark skin, say they ain't never heard of Your Supermarket. They probably crazy or lying. But what came out of this didn't come from any former member of the Nation of Islam or present member of the Muslim African American community. What came after this is we went and purchased a logo. And when we were looking through the logo designs, this is the one that stood out the most. The Y is high lit. And that brought a total new message forward. So that's a sign from Allah that this statement now doesn't just say Your Products, it also says our product. That's a sign from Allah. We didn't dream that up. None of us can take credit for that. And those are the things that are undeniable. And that's the type of thing that's happening in our lives. And those are the type of things that happen in the life of the faithful every day, because their eyes are open and their mind open to accept the mercy that Allah has given on us. So we can look forward to more of this, and we can be happy. You can bring us products. My father said this a long time ago. We're not reinventing the wheel. Everybody uses toothbrushes, hair combs. Everybody wears whatever, clothing. So all of these things are items that us being at the top and having the greatest access to this market, we can purchase these and return them to the community at a price where the profit is great for the community. Anybody knows, well, not anybody, because most of us aren't very business savvy, that We are WDM Publications. I got more than I need with